I just want to start by saying, bear with me if I'm making mistakes because I have two broken fingers, so it could happen. Yeah, just to let you know. All right. Would any of you guys be interested in improving your overall brain power? Well, the answer is easy. It's just to juggle. I learned how to juggle at a very young age and have been able to do it for a very long time. I started in elementary school in my PE class. All people were required to do fitness tests and other athletic testing and training, but one of which was juggling. This was different, but it was pretty fun. I will inform you all the benefits of juggling and specific exercises from easiest to hardest. Juggling is a skill that takes time and practice to learn. I will display exercises to practice, but elaborate on why you'd want to have the skill. First of all, juggling has many different effects on your brain. According to Arnie May of the University of Regensburg research team in Germany, juggling improves your overall peripheral vision. Juggling increases gray matter in the mid-temporal area and the left posterior intraparietal sulcus areas of the brain, which are utilized in reaching or grasping for objects in your peripheral vision. People who juggle tend to be more happy. Juggling is a stress reliever. That is if you're not juggling knives or torches or anything very dangerous. So I'd recommend if you have any midterms coming up, maybe picking up juggling. In a 2008 study from the University of Hamburg, they showed that juggling improves memory, joyfulness, and overall vision. Jugglers showed increase in gray matter within the hippocampus part of the brain, which is involved with forming and processing memories. The nucleus accumbens also increase in gray matter, which is the brain's pleasure center. And finally, the brain's visual centers also increase in size. Juggling is a workout for your mind. With consistent routine, you can increase the size of your brain. It's just like working out muscles or any other part of your body. According to a 2009 study by the Oxford Center for Functional Magnetic Resonance Imaging of the Brain, researchers tasked 12 novice jugglers with 30 minutes of practice every day for 6 straight weeks, and the jugglers showed a 5% increase in white matter in the intraparietal sulcus part of their brain. A necessary skill to have in school and for a career is the ability to focus. Juggling improves your ability to focus and intensifies your concentration. Juggling is most definitely a good skill to have for your mind, but it's also a great social skill. Have you ever been walking through the streets of some big city or small town, just like San Luis Obispo, and seen street performers? There's one every Thursday night at the farmer's market. They always have very entertaining tricks up their sleeve and dangerous stunts, one of which sometimes is juggling. The reason is it's very entertaining. In other words, this would be a great party trick. If you play sports, maybe consider juggling, because it's a good training exercise. And with consistent practice, you can improve your reflexes and your hand and eye coordination. So if you play baseball, basketball, football, tennis, you can just keep going on with sports. It can only help you get better. Last but not least, it can serve as a healthy distraction. If you have bad habits like smoking, excuse me if you guys have that, or unhealthy eating habits, juggling can serve as a way to ward off unhealthy cravings. With all that said, let's begin learning how to juggle. So it's clearly a useful skill to have, but it takes a lot of time and commitment to learn. Unless you're very talented, you're probably not going to learn it within a couple hours. So with the basics, you should have your feet around shoulder width apart and have your arms at a 90-degree angle. This is just the basics, and what you should do is start with one ball. And what you normally do is just toss it back and forth around forehead height, and just once you get used to your toss, it's basic, but it's very useful to learn, because eventually you can be able to close your eyes and still make the toss and catch. Once you get better at that, another useful skill learned is tossing it within two balls within one hand, because that helps get used to the pace you're going to be going at when you're actually juggling. And then to get even harder, this is just, you don't have to do this, but this is recommended if you want to get better at juggling, is do two, just back and forth. And then once you're able to do that, the rest should be easy. Because from there, you just learn the basic form of juggling, which is just over, under, and catch. Over, under, catch, and you alternate. You go both ways. Once you get better at that, you can start to add balls in. So what I would do is count out how many tosses you do. Start with 2 balls, and then advance to 3. So you go 1, 2, 3, and then catch. 1, 2, 3, and catch. You keep doing that. Eventually, that becomes second nature, and you can move up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it just gets easier and easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as soon as you know it, you're juggling. It's that easy. So whether you want to impress a crowd, relieve some stress, or improve your brain power, begin practicing some of these exercises that I've displayed to you, or feel free to come to me and ask for any help. Hopefully I can see you guys in my shoes in the future. Thank you.
Hey, Jack, how did it go?